When Chinadu got married, he was full of hope, like every other young man. He imagined a noisy compound, a first son who would bear his name, then other children who would run around the yard and call him Papa with pride. The first child came a girl. He smiled and said, "Next one will be a boy." The second child came another girl. He laughed it off, but something in him shifted. By the time the fifth child arrived and she was also a girl, Chinadu's joy had thinned into quiet disappointment. 5 daughters, no son. Each time he visited friends and saw them playing football with their boys, or heard people boasting about their first son, his heart sank. He never said it aloud, but inside him was a constant ache. If only one of them was a boy, maybe I would feel complete. Slowly, his disappointment turned into distance. He began to complain about school fees, clothes, and food, not because he truly lacked. When the girls needed shoes or books, he delayed. When they wanted to sit close to him, he waved them away. Their mother tried to fill the gap. But children notice absence even when it wears the face of presence. Chinadu lived with regret, comparing his life to others, forgetting to water what God had already planted in his hands, the conversation that changed everything. One evening after a long day, Chinadu sat alone outside his compound. An elderly woman from the neighborhood, Mama Ifunanya, joined him quietly. She had watched his family for years. After a long silence, she said softly, "My son, do you know that God does not make mistakes?" Chinadu sighed. "Mama, I am grateful, but 5 girls. Not even one boy." She looked at him with calm eyes and replied, "The same God who gives boys gives girls. If he trusted you with daughters, it means you have the heart to raise them even if you haven't discovered it yet." She continued, "Clothes you don't buy today, you will buy tomorrow. Care you refuse today, you will beg for tomorrow. These girls you overlook will become women who remember everything, both the love and the neglect." Then she said something that stayed with him. "Take care of these children. They will take care of you. Children are not rewards for gender. They are gifts from God." That night, Chinadu did not sleep well. For the first time, he asked himself a hard question. What if I am the one failing my children, not God failing me? Time taught him what pride couldn't. Years passed. The girls grew. They went to school, became women, married, and built their own homes. Life, as it always does, age caught up with him. Strength faded. One morning, he complained casually to one of his daughters about feeling unwell. Before evening, all 5 daughters had arrived. They argued over who would take him to the hospital. One brought food, another paid the bills, another stayed awake by his bedside. They called him Daddy with tenderness, not bitterness. Not one of them reminded him of the years he had been distant. As he lay there watching them, tears filled his eyes. In that hospital room, Chinadu finally understood. Not one son stood by his bed. Yet he was not alone. Realization. With a weak voice, he said, "God truly gave me children. I was the one who didn't see it." In his old age, it was his daughters who cared for him, celebrated him, and loved him fiercely. And Chinadu learned, too late, that children are not valued by gender, but by the love invested in them. Lesson. God gives children with purpose, not preference. When you nurture what you are given, it will one day nurture you. A child is a child, whether male or female.